Welcome back to another episode of Templar's Talks.
Yes.
Today we're going to talk about the new year 2024. And I think the first thing we are going to talk about is the festival seasons and what are our expectations of shows and festivals, what we are going to see this year. So, yeah, the first thing I want to mention is that festivals keep popping up everywhere. It's like everybody now wants to start their own festival, and if you already had a festival, you want a second festival
or a second and third day.
Or another day, or it's like, I like festivals a lot, but I am a bit worried that at some point, like, all the festivals have like half of a good lineup instead of that, like maybe one band you like and then another festival has one band you like and another one, and
yes,
it's not like the lineup's gonna be great everywhere, I guess.
Well, the other thing is the big festivals keep getting bigger.
Yeah,
like Wakker another day, and there are already so many bands. Like Hellfest, I think they have another stage maybe this year. I saw
another one. I think was it last year
I
that they had like
there, so I don't know. But
they had like 2 weeks or something, 2 weekends, or was that a catch up from the Corona? I think
I don't know.
But for me, it's like
so many bands. How can you?
I guess some people think that's great, but for me, it's like.
Well, I'm not a fan of those huge festivals.
No, exactly. I prefer a bit smaller, where the atmosphere is a bit better and. Like where you can walk around and like meet people rather than, oh, my friend is not here, I have to walk 2 or 3 kilometers to maybe find him somewhere.
Yeah, I think we're actually kind of spoiled in the Netherlands.
True.
We don't have that many festivals, which is maybe sad because some bands don't come to the Netherlands to play at a festival, but on the other hand, the bands that do play, the festivals are kind of small-ish.
Yeah.
You can see the stage quite well. It's not too big. Yeah, it feels kind of
intimate in a way.
It's still a festival, but it still feels kind of intimate. And then when I see online all those
this massive event
streams from all those festivals in Germany, in Spain, in France, where it's like, you see the stage tiny, and then you see 1,000, well, I don't know how many little dots being people. And then I'm thinking, what if, you weren't that, or you saw another band on the other stage, and then you have to travel to the other stage, which is not next to the stage, but on the other side. And then
it takes you a while to get to the other place. And
then you don't even see the band. Because you just see people in front of you. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, for me that's a big no, and I also feel always a bit.
I can put up a CD.
I always feel a bit anxious if it's that large crowds, and I'm like, that's not for me, But now there's keeps popping up more festivals, smaller festivals, but on the same time, like, are we not getting too many?
Yes, I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. I think it depends.
Maybe it's also a bit of a cost thing, I guess.
If it's like some sort of genre-specific festival, that can be nice.
That could be nice, indeed. I think. But then, I personally don't like to be at a festival with one genre for 3 or 4 days.
But that's because we like so many genres, we don't.
True. And that completely contradicts the statement that I will make further on about what festivals I intend to go to in this year, but that never mind. Sometimes you just have to do that, but in generally I like it to see a little bit of this and that, totally different things.
If I had to say, like, if there would be, like, I don't know, your dream festival, I think for me it would be something like 2 days, and then both days 2 big bands.
Yeah.
Or quite big-ish. They don't have to be, for me, they don't have to be like world domination bands.
Yeah,
but
no
just
Rammstein,
nice. No, I'm not one of those.
No Metallica.
I don't even like all those bands. So.
No, me.
But like good names, and then a couple, quite okay bands, and then a few of those bands that you maybe never heard of. Like this year, Angelos Apatrida. Or I think Chemicida or something.
Chemicide or something. Yeah, that one.
It's nice when you're there and you see a band you don't know and you get introduced to a new band. And I don't mind seeing a couple of local bands there, or Dutch smaller bands, because you get introduced to bands. But it needs to be a nice mix.
True.
From even. We don't really like female-fronted bands.
Yeah,
but I don't mind listening to one or two at a festival.
True.
Maybe not as a the headlining band, but
hey, then we can leave on time.
That's true.
No, just kidding. But for me, I like also if a festival dares to schedule a bit younger bands as headliners, rather than just keep going back to the same old names again and again and again.
Yeah, or be a copy from a festival in another country.
Yeah.
Because, I know, I understand how it works. Bands are touring together. They play one festival. The next day they can play in another festival.
True.
Hey, my festival is this day. Let's book them. But then you have the same bands. It's kind of funny when you see those bands on stage saying, oh yeah, yesterday we were with this festival and we saw that band and that band and that band, and tomorrow we will be playing with this band and this band, and they keep flying back and forth to other festivals, and they meet the same people at the same festivals, and
they could just rent one, use or two, 3 trucks and put in all the gear together and have one big tour bus where there's just seats that transports all of these bands together.
Well, I think actually sometimes that's how it works. True. The tech gets
for bigger bands
loaded in, and the truck drives at night, and they fly.
Sure, but
and then they meet up with.
They could almost charter a flight for everyone. That would be a thing.
Musicians airline.
True.
Yeah.
No, that's one thing. Also, I like it if there's a bit variation. But then again, we were just talking when an email came in about our old touring buddies from Suicidal Tendencies. We had that one summer that we saw them like 4 or 5 times, and then we had like a day in between, and in a city where we were arriving earlier, and in the evening we had no show. And then the next day the festival would start, and we were like, oh, maybe there's some fun shows. And guess who was there? Suicidal Tendencies. We were like, no, maybe not. We've seen them. Yeah. They're a great, energetic band, but at some point it's enough, Yeah. So that's... Then I saw some of the festivals have already announced lineups. Do you think there's some festival that has a really surprising lineup?
Well, I haven't been looking that much into lineups. Of course, I looked at some, but I think it's more like one ear in, the other one out. As I was still doing I think last Saturday I still photographed a band, so my head was not ready into the festivals.
Oh, yeah.
But I saw Dimmu Borgir standing on headlining one. I think they haven't done a lot last year. Not sure, because I wasn't really into music.
I think.
Yeah, so I think that's nice.
I can't recall that.
Well, I mentioned the big festivals like Hellfest, Wacken Open Air. They seem to be getting bigger, more bands. Like every band touring this summer, they will play at Wacken or they will play at Hellfest, I think. So I think it's actually brave when a band says, no, we're just going to play this in this festival and this in this festival.
Yeah.
And we're not going to play those huge ass.
Yeah, true. But then
on the other hand, they need money. They need to play.
They need to play, the fame, and it's
fans expect them to be somewhere.
I can imagine that if you're able to play for 60,000 people in front of you, why would you say no to that? I can imagine that too, But on the other side, I personally really like the smaller shows.
We both do. So
yeah, I remember last year I went to Achterhoeks Metalfest for the first time in a small village, not too far from where I live. And basically they Napalm Death as a headliner. Yes.
I saw them like years and years ago in Below.
I know, right? Yeah, but they're quite a good name. Mm-hmm. People know them, and but the location where they were is pretty small. It's an outdoor theater. When I arrived, I asked how many tickets did they sell, and it was about 350 at that point. But the weather was really nice, so afterwards they probably sold a lot more from people who were
I know there's a lot of people these days when the festivals are not that big. You know, in the Netherlands, people don't buy tickets until way before there's... Because the weather in the Netherlands is, the last couple of years, it's been rain, and, well, summer is like, let's throw another weekend of rain.
Yeah, true. But then again...
So I think people will wait until the day before or 2 days before and then to buy the tickets, especially if it's not like...
if they know it's not going to sell out right away, they will take their time, indeed. And I think... this festival was in May, 18th of May or something like that, around that day. So I can imagine people being a bit careful with it. Yeah. But then again, that show was amazing. It was very, very cool to be there. A really nice place to have the festival. So they have already announced for this year the lineup. It will be equally interesting, I think. The names, I have to recall which was the headliner again, but... For me, it was like, oh, okay, nice. Yeah, sure. Let's see if we can go again. Mm-hmm. It's definitely on my short list. So that I really like.
Of course, saw the other smaller festival you went to this year.
Oh, did I?
Greeffest.
Which fest?
Graveyard.
Oh, no, I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I was elsewhere during that weekend. Gravelands. Gravelands. They have a good lineup.
Yes, for that Carcass is coming, I think.
Carcass, but Carcass is always a joy to see in LA.
It's been quite some time, so I...
Yeah, I come across them quite regularly, and I always...
It's kind of... sorry. When we take photos next to listening to music, but I photographed them like 10 years ago, and somehow in my mind, I still see those pictures. So they're still 10 years younger. And then I saw them on a picture recently and I was like, wait, they get older. And then I had to look myself in the mirror. Oh shit, I got older as well.
Yep.
It's not...
That's true. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, guys. Mm-hmm. Graveland Festival in the Netherlands. Oh yeah, they had Doel as well. And,
Doel, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's
a nice one.
And... Yeah, I think then there's... I was looking at the lineup for, what was it, Metal Yard. That's an indoor festival. That looks somewhat interesting to me this year.
Where is that?
That's in Willemijn in Arnhem.
Oh, I thought it was abroad.
No, it was here. And they usually don't have like super famous names or something, but like they really take the opportunity to book a bit more unknown bands. And... I don't know, for some reason they always find also bands that do have some sort of following. Mm-hmm. So even though I'm always like, where did you... I haven't seen this band around very often, but still there's so many people coming to the show.
Nice.
So, that's really nice.
Yeah, I think I've seen popping up some bands like those newer bands like Bad Omen, those hype out. I called it hyped out. Mm-hmm. What is it? Token? Sleep Token.
Sleep Token. Oh dear.
All those kind of big names.
Yeah.
Because they attract new peoples to the festival, I think.
Yeah. But that's exactly what they told
that's why I also
about Tuska this year.
I'm getting old.
Yeah, no, true. But I was talking to Eka from Tuska Festival. Mm. We talked a bit about the lineup and their view on it. He's not a
Bring
booker,
Me the Horizon.
He basically said that they are targeting younger audience by booking that sort of bands and leave the older bands more for other festivals. But they want to sort of introduce young people to the festival life and scene. So I think that's really cool that they do
cool.
that. And it's not like they completely block out the bigger names. That's cool. There's a good mix. I like that. Although for me personally, it's maybe not the bands that I would really like. But I really enjoy if you go to a show and you see the audience going crazy for
Yes.
it. That's just all you need, right?
Well, I remember. Sorry, I remember. I think it was Tuska as well. Sometimes, you know, I already talked about you don't always know every band. This was one band. I think, I'm not sure if you were in a photo pit as well with me, but it was Tuska. It was on the old place near the railway station, I think, and was photographing Devin Townsend.
Oh dear.
I never heard of the band. Photographed the band. I think in a second song, I turned around. There were some crowd surfers, I think.
Yeah.
And I stepped up the barrier and I looked over this sea of people, and they were all singing along. And I was like, okay. Why did I never ever heard of this band?
Well, I think I probably set you up with it.
I remember this. It was like one of those moments, you know. You always will remember. It was this full sea of people.
I think it was.
And they were singing along, and
well, maybe that was the year where he was playing twice. That one here he did with the Ziltoid, and the other one.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was 2009.
Something. I think they had two shows, and you did one day, and I did the other day. So both of us had to deal with Devin Townsend. Heavy Devi. Yeah, he's a really good entertainer, though. I really like that.
True, but it's kind of funny sometimes. You know.
Yeah, but then let's see. I mean, we always are at Into the Grave. I mean, I've been there since the beginning. I never skipped a year.
I did, but I've been at multiple ones.
Yeah, true. So for this year, they have this Slaughter to Prevail. Did you ever see it?
I listened to it, but not.
Yeah, same.
I haven't seen it.
I don't recall seeing it before, but I do listen to some of it sometimes. And then, interestingly enough, Fear Factory. That's one of those bands I've seen around a couple times.
They have a new singer, I think.
Yeah, but I felt like they were off the radar for so long. Paradise Lost is always interesting, and then I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I actually quite enjoyed them last time. They're still not my go-to band. They're
always there, and the thing. Well, we were talking about it yesterday. How back in the days, every band would put on their info sheet, they sound like him and Paradise Lost. That I always said to people like, I don't even know how him and Paradise Lost sound anymore, because all these people say that they sound like that, and they're all so different. But then it's always good to go back to the originals and listen to that. So yeah. That's good. But I think that on Into the Grave there are always some good names of younger bands.
I think Hell Ripper is one of them.
Yeah, that's
I
the
saw
one.
them this year.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they were a little late. They already played quite fast thrashy metal style, and then they blast through the set because they had like 5 minutes less, and it was like, and you were like, oh my god, what did just happen? It was
yeah. True.
So I'm actually looking forward. Actually, I might catch them earlier this year as well. And what else do they have on the line?
I think Obliviscaris. I mean, I really enjoyed them when I saw them when that previous album, at least before Corona.
Yeah.
I really liked it, but they're all the way from Australia, so it's not like they can tour here like all the time.
Yes.
So it feels a bit like there was a huge gap. So I'm really, really curious to see what they're about now and how many people they have in the band, because that band was huge.
I think I've seen Brugeria before.
Yeah, they were in Tuska many times. They're awesome.
And the other Finnish one, Arion.
Arion, oh dear. Yeah, we've seen them too many times
in the past.
And they're always, for me, I mean, it's okay. But I am
kind of interested in how they sound right now.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm not sure if they will.
They are like growing a lot. So I'm really wondering how at least the Dutch metal audience will like them. That's what I'm most curious about.
Because well, they're quite high up on the bill, and I don't know if a lot of people actually heard of them.
Yeah.
But I haven't been around into the music scene quite a lot the last years, so I don't know, but it's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, and Vengeance is playing, but I will probably also see that's the headliner for the Achterhoek Metalfest. Vengeance. So here they're quite low on the bill, but they're headlining. So that's also, you can see them in different settings like that. So cool. I probably will see them at least twice this year then.
So what festival outside of the Netherlands are you looking forward to, or do you have on your spotted map?
Well, I think I have. There's this one small festival in Germany, but that is only because they have this one British goth band that I was kind of having somewhere on my list that I still need to see. So I might pop in there. But then there's also the Inferno that I want to see. I mean,
Norway.
Yeah, Norway black metal kind of festival.
Yeah, I think Comfort is playing there, isn't it?
Yeah, Comfort, Take.
Nice.
Yeah, what more? It's a really nice lineup, and there's also the conference. And I've said already quite some months ago that I think it's time for me to go back to one. I used to go almost once every 1 or 2 years. I would pick one of those conferences to go to very often in the Netherlands. The Buma Oaks thingy that they had, which was fun enough. And yeah, they also have Dimmu Borgir, Borgnagar, Me and That Man. Oh my gosh, I so want to see Me and That Man live. Like, I like how they have these different singers there. I'm really curious how that's gonna be brought live. And what else there that I am very interested in? Of course, Comfort. Then Keep of Kalasin. Do you remember them?
Of course I remember them.
Yeah, I remember they did an album maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I think. Again,
I think last time I saw
them was last year. I can't recall, but when they came back with that album, I was like, oh yeah, I enjoy it. Cool. And I see now they're actually having some live shows, so yay, cool.
But I think also their lineup changed. I think.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, let's see. There is Solstafir, which is maybe your thing more, and Ultimas. And of course, Ultimas is going to be having an album, which is what I have in the next category. I mentioned Ultimas also, because I'm really curious what they're going to do. I saw Ultimas, I think 2 years ago last, and I really, really thought that was the best show of the festival. Tuska, I think. Tuska it was. So, yeah, cool. Looking forward to see them.
Yeah, actually, I have not many festivals on my list. I think there's this smaller Germany one.
There's Vintrol in Inferno also. Nice. That will bring a large crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Miss Murning.
They would have been nice at Into the Grave or Dynamo.
Yeah, they could.
As a party band, you know, we mean we always joke around about there's always one band.
I think that they always have some.
No, but at the festival, they have always one band that's more like the, I don't know how you call it, funny metal or something. Yeah. Whereas like the troll metal, the beer drinking, throwing around your cup in the air, party heads, flamingos, swimming.
Pirates,
kind of metal.
Kind of stuff.
So we call that I call it party metal hour. But I think actually Vintrol might be a more grown up party metal.
I mean, I saw them last summer.
They would fit quite well.
I think having a very dedicated crowd.
Yes.
And they really bring people to a place, you know. So it could
that's
work.
One of the bands I danced in the long time ago in what was it called? Not Into the Grave, but the other one in the north.
Dokkum Open Air.
Yes.
Yeah.
They played there, and I danced with a security guard. We danced around in the photo pit. Like
I've seen them. I think
maybe
was
so much fun.
Having
such
a
good
time. 3 times or something in the north, but oh well.
No.
So yeah.
So there's one German festival, I think. Or is it France? I can't remember.
Wasn't the Austria one?
No, we both looked at that one.
Yeah.
But that was because it was we wanted to drive like a road trip, so we can listen to a lot of music. We can spend some time together. We can, and there was a good mixture of bands, I think.
Yeah, it was a really nice lineup.
Not only huge ass names.
No, true.
And it was a small-ish place.
Yeah.
So not for us who don't really like that many people around.
No, true. And I still have Dark Mantle on my short list, although I don't...
Was that Denmark?
Yeah, Denmark. Copenhagen, actually. But I don't think I've seen actual lineup appearing yet, so I'm not even sure if it's gonna be this year, even though they said so. But I would have expected some names at least. But maybe in a couple upcoming days we hear some more about that.
Well, I like to go to at least one Finnish festival.
But, yeah, there's Helsinki Metal Festival that's also very interesting. So
I probably can't make it to that one.
Yeah.
But
it's on the list.
I keep my eyes open to various ones.
It's
Pick
on
one,
the list.
choose one, go to one. Because I need to go to Finland anyway, so...
Yeah, true, but then...
It's nice if you can combine it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I also would like to go to the Tech Fest again, and maybe also the Industrial Fest, but, I mean, I have also a life, so I cannot keep going back and forth everywhere.
We should start sponsor us something.
Yeah, sponsored by KLM.
Or Finnair, I don't know.
So, yeah, there's lots of good stuff coming up. So, then... Let's look to the albums that we're expecting next year.
Oh, and actually...
In case...
Wait, I have one.
Oh, you have one more?
Yes!
Let me know.
Always, when we go to another topic.
Yeah, true.
No, this year was the first edition of the Rock Circus.
Oh,
it was by Mojo.
Yeah.
But it was actually quite well organized, nice bands. Not all my bands that I like. But next year they have Sepultura doing their farewell tour there. So it's the only place in the Netherlands.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of have to go there because
what?
Live shows. I totally forgot about that one at Dynamo. They played Dynamo last summer.
All right.
And it was so good. I saw this video from on stage, and you saw the whole crowd going nuts, and those circles jumping up and down, and I was standing in a photo pit, and there were so many crowd surfers. I actually had to step in to help them. It was wild. It was good. But they will do their farewell tour, and they will come to the Netherlands only on the Rock Circus. So
oh well.
I hope to be able to go there.
Yeah.
And catch them.
Good. So now we can move on to the albums?
We can.
Good.
But
so,
I don't know anyone coming out. I did your topic.
Yeah, I did a lot of research. I also have an email of Templars or 2 emails that people send me stuff to, so I kind of know. And I already said Ultimas. Yeah, that's one of those bands that I expect a lot of. I saw the way the people responded to that show that I saw, and how much they are already promoted now, even though the album is not yet out. I think, they will probably stir some crowd up.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's one I'm interested in. Then I have Spirit Box. I think it's one of those bands that draws quite a young crowd in a way, but I really, really like it. And the fun thing is, their vocalists, I don't know, it works for me. I usually don't always catch on to that kind of vocals for females, but this works. So I'm curious about the album. I definitely gonna listen to it. Then I heard Samael was bringing a new one out. Yeah, I think both of us will be enjoying that one.
That's been such a long time ago.
No, but I saw them last year. They played in Stonehenge. And I must say I was a tiny bit disappointed with their show, but it seems to me that Stonehenge very often ends with a band that has a bit of industrial with it. But the majority of the crowd doesn't necessarily like that. So very often when the last band starts playing, a lot of people are leaving.
That's
and
kind of
only
sad.
half the crowd is still there. So yeah,
That's kind of sad.
it is.
Actually.
It is. But I mean,
as a band, you're peeking through the curtain, you know, like, oh, how's the crowd? And then you see everybody there, and then you're finally ready and you're pumped to play, and then you come on stage and you see half of the people disappear. Like, okay.
Yeah, true, but
that would suck, right?
Yeah, but it's not like for one band specifically. I see it happen almost every year, even for when Carcass was headlining. But okay, that was also the year that there was terrible weather. We were soaked to the rain, and I think only a very handful of people were standing there in front of the stage at the end. I made it till the end of the set because I really wanted to stay around that point, not because I really enjoyed being soaking wet. But I also feel like if there's that less people, you kind of give that support.
Yes.
And I think also that the band really kind of appreciates that not everybody leaves. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I can imagine that for Samael it was a bit hard to see that the crowd really thinned out. But also, yeah, it was not the right place for them there, maybe.
So we're going to be curious for the album coming up.
And I hope that they will do...
Is it the beginning of the year or...
I think it was February or March or something.
Nice.
And I think what I really hope also is that they do a small tour with small clubs.
Yes.
Not like bigger stages, but like the smaller stages. Yes. Because that's where they are best, I think.
Yeah.
So
we will come see you.
Yeah. Then Borknagar. I played it yesterday a little bit, I think.
Oh.
And it's one of those bands that the previous album I really didn't like when I started listening to it. But when you grow into it, I kind of did not hate it anymore. And then I listened some more and then it's okay. And then I really quite regularly play it.
Yeah.
So I don't hate it. I don't necessarily think it's my favorite, but I can really enjoy it now. So that band always grows on me. So let's see what they will do. I'm curious.
I'm thinking, is Comfort not coming with a new album next year?
I haven't seen it,
but
probably.
I read also something they were in studio.
Yeah,
I think.
And they played at Inferno. You're not gonna play if you're like not gonna do anything anymore, right?
They played festivals this year, but
yeah, but still.
So if their album is coming out next year, I'm curious.
Oh yeah.
For that one.
And then I have on the list many people might be curious about Sonata Arctica.
Yes.
I think I liked them when the first albums came out. I was like, oh, that's catchy. Okay.
I think it's
funny. It's funny. It's interesting. But the last albums, I was always a bit like,
I don't know. I think it's actually one of the few Finnish bands I actually never.
Never?
I don't think I never saw them.
Oh,
live.
Okay.
I think.
But then
can't remember.
I think they also did some sort of acoustic album, I think. And then I remember when they played some show, I remember that Tony went up to the front and went sitting on the edge of the stage and played some acoustic work. And that was a really nice moment. So I don't know. In one way, I think they still have it in them to make that music that I thought like, oh yeah, that's a cool.
Well, I've seen them popping up in my Instagram this year, and what I've seen, it's. I should give it a.
You give it.
I don't know if I never gave it a chance or I just never ended up being somewhere
where they were. Then.
Where they were.
Yeah. I somehow don't see this as a band that you would enjoy, though. No.
But I like a lot of different things.
True, but still, I know your taste.
They don't have a female singer.
No, that's true.
That's one point.
but you can say the same about Devin Townsend. So
yeah, well, I
is that's not the only criteria, right?
No, I don't like the operatic kind of female voice.
Yeah, true. I often like it better if it's more powerful.
Yes. I'm not quite a fan of power metal.
Yeah, see? But they're not fully power metal, but still are a little bit.
But I also enjoyed actually Beast in Black. I saw them the first time this year. I actually quite enjoyed them. So yeah. Maybe I'm
the story. Oh my god, I was always listening.
Maybe I'm.
I was listening to
maybe your chances.
To like the radio, what was it called? Radio Rock probably or something. And they would play that song Blind and Frozen all the time. And it was really their biggest hit in Finland.
Don't know that
so
one.
I kind of know the one. It's super catchy.
Probably when I hear it. Maybe.
Yeah, if you hear it, you're like, oh, that one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. So, but there was something in that song that made me think that they also had a female vocalist. And then they got to play in Tuska. I even was allowed to shoot them from the side of the stage. And I was there thinking like, so where did they put the women? Where is she?
Where?
So I'm like, at some point I'm like asking one of the other people that I was with, like, where's actually, did they bring the female? And they're like, which female? I'm like, yeah, well, it is song Blind and Frozen. That's literally the only one I knew at that point. But they were like, I always hear this female voice, but where is she? Did they take it on tape or whatever? It turns out there is no female. Okay.
Yeah, well, I had something similar.
Yeah, so that's my blind. Yeah, no, let's not talk about that band anymore, maybe. Aww. Well, then I have another one on the list called that might caught your interest.
Yes.
Izan.
Yeah.
Izan. I remember that Izan was playing with Emperor on Tuska. And
yeah, you're still mad at me.
I'm still mad at you because it was their comeback show and they haven't played forever and we were still thinking that they would never play again. And I was like, you have to come in the photo pit and watch this band or at least see 1 or 2 or 3 songs or whatever.
I watched them.
Yeah, right. You were in the backstage talking to people and didn't want to come out. Bullshit.
You missed tired after 3 days.
Come on. You could.
I didn't miss it. I could look over the screens and I could see the stage. They had yellow lights.
You were
a lot of yellow lights. There was a lot of white lights.
That's easy. That's Scott. No, but like, I mean, and it was terrible weather. I admit that was true. But still, how could you not go?
I might have had a little bit of drinks as well.
Yeah, exactly.
At that point.
I'm still angry.
The last of the 3 days.
I'm still angry that
I think it was not bad weather. I think it was quite hot.
It was terrible weather. I
remember.
Was sun. No, I know because
both.
One of my friends was there, and I kind of handed a plastic rain jacket to him.
I remember the very first. I think it was the first of the 3 days, and I think we were the only 2 ones in the photo pit.
In the first band.
The first band.
Yeah.
And it was raining, and we were the only 2, I think, or maybe there was one other person.
I don't know, but we were. I mean, I always make.
Yeah, all the bands.
I make you
when it was still possible.
I make you come very early. No one is allowed to miss the first band when you're working for me. So if you want to apply, realize if you come to a festival, you have to shoot the first band. Only exception is Stonehenge because bands play 15 minutes if you're the first band. You do not have to write about that. You can watch it if you want, but there's no necessity. It's not necessary.
But it's one of the things I like about a festival when you go see the first bands, because that's where you catch the new bands.
True.
Where you experience, when you find out about new things.
Yeah, and then we were there.
You know,
with
if
all
you're not going to see them, if you arrive at 4:00.
Yeah, true.
You do not see all those first ones.
Yeah, and then remember the year that.
So then you skip the last band of the day at the last day. Sorry.
Don't ever do it. No, I remember also.
But I wasn't shooting for you, so.
No, true, but still. And
yeah, sorry. Next time I will be there.
Good. But yeah, I remember.
But I'm looking forward to the album.
Yeah, but that's Izan and not Emperor though.
No.
But I liked Izan from the first album when it was still heavier and less prog than it is now. But I'm really curious what he's gonna do with this release. I heard some teasers and it looks very interesting to me. So yeah, that one is on my short list.
Yes.
Then next one, Ghost.
I never listened to Ghost.
What?
Never, ever.
How can you miss them?
Not miss them. It's like...
Have you not seen them like in Photo Rock or something?
No.
I photographed them already there.
I only photographed the ones at Photo Rock.
Yeah, me too. Like
But
Photo Rock.
no, you went there a couple
Yeah,
of
I've been there a
times.
couple of times. I think, weren't you there twice, at least, with me?
Not with Ghost.
Oh, okay. Well, Ghost...
I never ever saw Ghost. I never even listened to Ghost.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just one of those bands that
Well,
do
you
not
don't
attract me.
Yeah, then that's true. The thing is, I saw them this year headlining Tuska. I didn't really want to photograph them, to be honest, because one of my friends had their picture stolen for merchandise by Ghost. Of course, in the end, that got settled, but it took some threatening and lawyering up. It doesn't really motivate me to go and shoot a band if the attitude is like that. But of course I went there because it's headlining, so you kind of need to have that. I must say it was a very good show. I don't like the music, but it is a good show. They make up a good entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And what is that singer called?
No clue.
Yeah, all the masks and the names, whatever. Yeah, so they were trying to engage us, like people in the front row, but also the press. They were really
that's nice.
sort of trying to communicate in a one way or another, and so that was looking good and professional, I guess. But then again, when I was walking to the back, I realized more and more that it sounds like a bit heavier version of ABBA. I was just like,
well, ABBA is always great. Always
sure. There's nothing wrong with that, but for me, it's more like, I'm so over the hype. But hey, it's good. Many people still like them. And I think they did play a good show. So that makes me instantly interested for the new album. I'm probably not going to review it myself. But like, hey, it must be something to look forward to. Yeah, but do I have more on the list? Okay, yeah, Murk, whatever, excuse my Scandinavian-ness for the pronunciation. I've seen this band in this Dark Mental Festival a couple years ago, and I thought they were like super nice. I think they were not really on a label or something, or didn't release much yet. But now they are kind of growing more as a black metal formation, and yeah, I really like what they are doing. So I'm really curious for the new album. And I really hope it brings them everywhere. So
I found this website. They said possible CDs 2024. See, one interesting name here. Satirical.
Oh yeah, true. I heard about that rumor. Why didn't I write that down?
That's why I'm just introducing it now. Yes.
Yeah, true.
We've seen Satyricon back in the days as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but
in the Netherlands, in Finland,
everywhere.
Did we see them in Germany? No, I don't think.
I think I did.
I didn't. But yeah, I'm interested in what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
On a CD, it's different than live, of course.
Yeah. Well, I wrote down one name that I actually never really listened to myself. So it's Chelsea Wolfe. And I know a lot of people like them. And when I saw they were coming with an album, I kind of said to myself, it's time. I have to listen. I have to know about
force
this.
Myself. You force other people to listen to things, and then
Yeah, well, you don't. Force you. Yeah, true. Okay, then I think I have one more on my list. And that's kind of cheating, because this band wrote me about their new album.
Oh, it's not a bad thing, is it?
No, but I might be being biased? A little bit prejudiced.
Biased?
Yeah, I guess so. Since you might see something from me that you recognize if you have that album. So, okay. It's the Monolith Death Girls.
Yes.
Yeah, so now that's the Dutch death metal formation. I always liked this band. I think, what was it? many years ago. I saw them in Dockham Open Air.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved that they had, what is the song called? That it's called like Donald, Where's Your Trousers, that children's song. I found it super funny that they started with that as an intro, and but that's kind of what they do, these goofy stuff in between. And yeah, so then again, I saw them last year, obviously, because they played around, and now I got this notification that they're working on something new and it's gonna come out. So yeah, that's on my list for 2024 also.
Yes, nice.
Now I'm through it. Did you find anything I missed that could be interesting?
I'm at the S right now. That's where I found Satyricon.
Yeah.
But I went up again and now I'm going down. But it's a list of all the bands.
Oh yeah.
So there's Sonata Arctica,
yeah,
the one you mentioned, Clear and Beyond, Clear, Cold and Beyond. There's not a lot of metal in it. Aesthetic X, oh my god.
But the one guy's dead.
No, they have a new singer.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
Testament is also coming with a new album, probably.
New? What do you mean new? Are you sure it's not a re-release? They've been doing the same for 40 years now.
There's also not a name of the album, so maybe it's
probably
being
a
expected.
re-release. Yeah.
The Pretty Reckless is kind of fun.
Okay. Yeah, that's maybe not super
I enjoy that.
Yeah, Pretty Reckless.
From time to time.
Yeah, I love
While she sleeps.
Catchy stuff. Yeah. Sometimes.
While She Sleeps is coming with self-help.
Self-help. I've been reading about that, but it doesn't interest me, so they cannot be on my list of things I look forward to. So
yeah, well, I think
that's okay. Well, it's time. You promised me something for All About MAs.
Yeah, on the next round of podcasts.
I knew it. I already said.
This is about 2024. I don't know which bands are gonna do in 2024. If there's a band that are gonna put the bass a little bit louder over the mix.
Yeah.
At a gig, invite me. I'll be happy to come and listen.
All the bassists who are listening, invite Elvira. Mention your Instagram, maybe.
Yeah.
Quiet.
No, I have nothing.
Nothing.
And also, I'm not a bass player. I mean, I don't know any technical stuff about bass. I just know I enjoy listening to it. So, but, yeah. Sorry.
Okay, then we move on. The Ikigai. What do we have?
Yeah, that's your topic.
Yeah, that's my topic, but we all both have to find something good. And okay, I think I written down that what I really like is that the podcast is going now. We've been recording it now. I mean, we've been talking for this for months.
Yes, I know, but this is for other people to enjoy, right? I'm not sure if...
God, come on.
Gonna enjoy us that much.
Oh, come on. It's okay. If they don't like us, they wouldn't even have made it to episode 3. So.
Yeah, kudos to you if you did.
Yeah, we love you.
But we will promise not the next one or we will review some CDs, some new shows we went to, some festivals we went to, more closer to the festivals. We will probably discuss
something that we
bands,
found out in interviews, or
we will discuss news about bands and music industry. But right now it's Christmas time, so there's not much going around.
The shows don't start till February or so you still have to deal with us talking about the new year and the old year and gosh.
Last couple of minutes.
If you have another topic for us, then feel free to spread it to us. But what else did I have? Oh yeah, something maybe I want to spread, but people already guess, I guess, by now. That since the YouTube was doing quite well and the series is such a success, I'm definitely going to continue making videos on YouTube about bands, music scene, life as a music editor or something.
You're going to interview more bands.
Yeah, true. But also more like how's my week looking, what I'm doing when I'm going to a concert, maybe, sort of stuff like that.
1 hour before the show. Did we have a photo pass, Sabina? No, not yet. 1 hour before the show. We got a photo pass. okay, I'm coming. See you. Or yeah. Well, let's hope it's going to be a little bit different next year.
Well, that was just one isolated case.
No, 2 cases.
For you. Maybe for me it was only 1.
Yeah.
But then again, that was just a friend invite, so it's okay. It wasn't work that much. So, but yeah, kind of like, because I've been doing this Q&A and I got a lot of people that said they were very interested in how my work looks like. So yeah, I guess sure I can share about that. I mean, I'm doing it anyway, so why not? Yeah.
Well,
whatever my creative brains
of bands you never heard of.
Yeah.
Give it a chance. Dig in.
Maybe spread some about that, or talk a little bit about frustrations, because people love to hear people complain about small stuff that is not really relevant. But yeah, there's lots coming up and my creativity is on the flow, as I told you before. So we'll see. We'll see. And it also, like I said before, let us know what you want to hear, see, and do. So it comes, well, then the playlist. Do you still have something left you didn't mention on your playlist?
Playlist. Well, I can say the last year I listened to a lot of Alice in Chains.
Ah, yeah.
Like the old albums, like Dirt.
Cool. Yeah.
Silverchair. Listen to a lot of. Kaya's.
I think.
Been in there in my car.
Cool. Yeah.
And some of the old ones. Well, actually.
You already said the old ones.
Yeah, the old ones from Amorphis.
Ah.
Well, actually, I didn't own one. I went out in Finland to buy one and I bought the wrong one, actually.
If it's nice, get it twice.
No, it was. I thought it was. Well, I always go to the the box where they have the cheap CDs that nobody wants to buy from like years and years ago, and I always went through it, and I don't know. I pick a few and I bring them home. Never heard of the band. Never. You know, and I give it a spin. Sometimes I find out something funny. Sometimes it's complete shit, and I don't throw it away, but it's still in my record. In my CD collection, but I thought maybe I should also buy something newish. So I thought, oh, I rediscovered Amorphis this year, seeing them at a festival in June. So I thought, well, maybe it's time to buy my first CD, Tales of the Thousand Lakes. I saw something Amorphis, something blue, Tales of. I thought that's the one I need. Paid it, got home, took it out. It was not Tales of a Thousand Lakes.
Oh well.
It was Tales of the early days.
Okay.
But it was actually, I think it was actually...
You just went back to the old days again.
Yes, and it was actually, I think it's been in my car for the very first moment, because it's with Tommy Outza. So maybe it's even better than the CD I actually wanted to buy. So.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Well, the last week I have been listening to Ultimas because I found out that the new album is coming and everything, and I was like, I need to listen to that older album again, so I remember a bit more. And
it's nice you get remembered sometimes of older bands.
Yeah, well,
older work of bands.
Yeah,
work.
And since now it's between Christmas and in the New Year's when we were recording this, I actually have time to listen to some older material before I dive into the newer releases again.
Yes.
So yeah, why not? Give it a go. So Ultimas, that was on my playlist.
Nice.
Okay.
I think. Never heard of it.
Do you want me to force it on you?
Well, you probably will at some point. That's how it works, people. That's how it works.
That's true. That's true. But I like to have people introduced to their next favorite band. So
yeah.
But I also know that Ultimas is maybe not your next favorite band. So that's okay.
We like quite a lot of the same bands, but not everything.
No,
there's also a whole big part you don't like about the bands I like, and the other way around.
But that's good, so we don't always fight about stuff. Shows.
We never fight.
No, fight. I like to dramatize.
Yes.
Things, so yeah.
So I think we're at the end of this episode as well. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, and now we have to think and experience stuff before we can record the next one.
Yeah, so let's see which albums will be out in January.
Oh.
Maybe we can live review or discuss. A new album together. Maybe there are some shows.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a couple on my list, but
I don't think I have a lot of things in January. But
yeah, I have maybe some that are not even in the Netherlands, but we'll see if I make it there. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, that was it. We try to think of our next episodes. We want to thank you for listening again, and you should, in the meantime, check out our website, emplores.com. Go to our YouTube, subscribe there, subscribe to our Instagram, and all that shit. You know what to do. We don't have to say it again. Oh yeah, we are also on Threads, by the way, if you're still not on the Threads bandwagon, to stay in the terms. Do it. So, yeah. Okay, bye-bye.